Welcome to the Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here today because we're exploring the fascinating molecular and clinical evidence behind garlic's anti-cancer properties. And we're putting a special focus on a truly remarkable variation, black garlic.
Okay, let's dive into this. It really makes you wonder, right? Can a common kitchen staple, literally something sitting on your counter right now, truly fight cancer? I mean, it sounds a bit like an old wives' tale, but modern science is telling us a remarkably different story. Just look at this staggering epidemiological statistic. In Gongshan County, China, where residents eat a whole lot of garlic, an average of 20 grams daily, they recorded the lowest gastric cancer death rate in the province, which was just 3.45 per 100,000. So this isn't just folklore, folks. These numbers point to a highly significant biological phenomenon.
To guide our journey today, here's our roadmap. 1. The power of garlic. 2. Garlic's chemical arsenal. 3. How it fights cancer. 4. The black garlic upgrade. 5. Real-world clinical evidence. And 6. Dosages and daily preparation. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The power of garlic, ancient and modern uses. Time and time again, epidemiological studies consistently show us an inverse correlation between garlic consumption and the incidence of specific cancers at pretty much every stage of their development. We're talking about significantly decreased risks in gastrointestinal, prostate, colorectal, breast, and stomach cancers. Not to mention, it acts as a ridiculously potent antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal agent. Basically, it's priming our bodies to eradicate emerging tumors from multiple angles. Section 2. Garlic's chemical arsenal, the Trojan horse. Now, what's really interesting here is that the fresh garlic clove itself is actually just a delivery mechanism. It holds a unique compound called allium. But here's the trick. Allium is entirely inactive. In its whole undisturbed state, it just hasn't unlocked its potential yet. It's like a locked safe waiting for the combination.
So here's how this fascinating chemical reaction actually unfolds. Step 1. The cell wall must break. You do this by crushing, chewing, or chopping it. Step 2. This physical damage releases an enzyme called alliinase. And finally, step 3, that enzyme rapidly converts the inactive alliin into a highly potent active anti-cancer compound called allicin. Allicin is exactly what gives garlic its distinct pungent smell, and it literally only forms when the plant's cell walls are physically damaged.
Section 3. How it fights cancer, molecular mechanisms.
Let's distill some incredibly complex network pharmacology data into clear, actionable points. Basically, garlic compounds act as active immune modulators. Specific derivatives like DADS and SAC activate T cells. Meanwhile, allicin directly enhances the cytotoxicity of natural killer, or NK cells, against tumor cells. And compounds like DATS increase the polarization of macrophages so they can present antigens more effectively. It literally primes your immune system to hunt down cancer. So, the absolutely crucial point is this. Garlic doesn't just boost immunity, it directly starves tumors by halting angiogenesis, and that's the process tumors use to grow new blood vessels. It induces apoptosis, which effectively forces the cancer cells to self-destruct. On top of that, it enhances DNA repair and halts cancer cell replication and proliferation. It is a multi-targeted assault on oncogenesis.
Section 4. The black garlic upgrade, super potent form. Now we're at the climax of our explainer. We're looking at how this everyday food evolves into a targeted tool for cancer treatment. And to be clear, black garlic is not a different species of plant. Rather, it's raw garlic that has undergone a really rigorous aging process. It's aged for 40 days at temperatures between 140 and 170 degrees Fahrenheit, in an environment with 85 to 95% humidity. This highly specific environment completely alters the physical and chemical composition of the raw clove, turning it dark, sweet, and chewy. Look, while raw garlic is amazing and super high in allicin, it has a pungent odor and can unfortunately cause heartburn or nausea for a lot of people. Black garlic, however, is sweet, chewy, and way easier to eat. But more importantly for cancer treatment, this aging process provides an upgraded chemical profile with even higher antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer activity, all with significantly fewer gastrointestinal side effects. It's a real game changer. Section 5. Real-world clinical evidence, theory to practice. And this brilliantly illustrates how modern oncology is actively validating ancient medicine. Through systems biology and network pharmacology, scientists are using high-throughput screening, multi-omics data, and computational modeling to map out exactly how garlic's chemopreventative dynamics actually work in human systems. The clinical data here is honestly striking. For instance, actual clinical trials demonstrate significant reductions in tumor markers, specifically including decreased PSA levels in prostate cancer patients following garlic extract supplementation. This is a specific, incredibly powerful clinical outcome, proving the tangible benefits of these organosulfur compounds in an active treatment setting, not just in some test tube in a lab.
Section 6. Dosages and daily preparation. Practical home advice.
3. That is the recommended daily therapeutic dose in cloves for individuals actively trying to get well from cancer. If your goal is just general prevention, the World Health Organization and oncological dietary guidelines recommend about 1 clove, or roughly 10 grams per day. But for therapeutic support, you want to aim for 3 cloves spread throughout the day. Next is 15, and this might just be the most important number for all you home cooks: the 15-minute rule. Here's the golden rule. Always let chopped or crushed garlic sit for 15 minutes before cooking it. Why? Because heat completely destroys the alliinase enzyme we talked about earlier. If you immediately throw crushed garlic into a hot pan, you stop the chemical reaction dead in its tracks. You absolutely must wait 15 minutes to allow those heat-stable anti-cancer compounds to fully form before you subject it to heat. Okay, so here are some practical tips to make this work for you. First, use a garlic press for maximum cell wall destruction. If chewing raw garlic is just too intense, chop it up into tiny bits and swallow them like pills with a swig of juice or water. And definitely consume it with food to prevent nausea and help reduce that infamous Italian restaurant odor. You might just have to apologize to your friends in advance and let them know you're reeking in the name of your anti-cancer diet. Or, of course, you could opt for the sweet, powerful black garlic we just discussed. Which brings us to our final thought. With all this incredibly compelling evidence, from multi-omics data to real-world clinical trials, how will you incorporate this ancient medicine into your modern diet? Whether it's raw cloves in a salad dressing or switching to the superfood power of black garlic, start small, remember that 15-minute rule, and take control of your health. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.